Hold. Hold. Hold me. Hold.
Hold me tighter.
Hold. Hold me tighter, Daddy. Is it recording? Oh, why is it pointing so far that way? Am I in the back of it, or
I'm doing the middle now.
am I in the middle?
Yeah, because it was like this.
So now it's
Or
like this.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's crazy because it looks like it's pointing that way.
And then it was like, I don't know, showing like a lot of your body.
Oh yeah, I don't want it to see a lot of my body. A lot of my body's gross. Yeah, a lot of my
It's a
body's gross.
progress.
Yeah, that's what happened when you have a kid. A lot of your body gets gross. Just you, not your wife.
The wife does. It doesn't affect the wife. It
Yeah,
affects the
she's so
husband.
skinny. Yeah, her boobs and stomach are not the same width. Yes, they are.
Hey, how do I sound compared to previously?
You sound a lot better. Because last time you sounded like this. Last time you sounded like this.
Oh, did I sound like that?
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Okay, tell me what sounds better. Does this sound
Not
better?
that. No, not that. Where you were before. No, where you were before.
Hold on. This sounds better. Does this sound better?
No, that sounds worse.
Hold on. Does this sound better?
That's way worse.
Or
that's way worse.
Does this sound better? This sounds way
worse.
That
sounds the worst. That's the worst one. Go back to the
this
first one.
Sounds,
whatever the first.
So this
whatever
one
the first
bad?
one. That one sounds really bad. Whatever the first one was.
Yeah, this one. There you go.
Yeah, that one's a lot better. Stop changing things.
I will, because there's like a grain adjustment.
Oh my god! Get away from the mic! Like, why are you eating it?
I could hear.
Stop doing that.
There's like a grain adjustment on the actual Yeti. I think it's because I could hear. Oh no, that sounds hollow.
Don't mess with the gain. Yeah, just leave. If it's at 50, leave it at 50. Don't mess.
There's no numbers.
Yeah, you don't need numbers. I meant 50% because there's 0%, 50%, 100%, and then anywhere.
There's no knob. You're just guessing.
There's not a knob. There's not like this.
There's a knob, but there's no like indication.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's not like this, like minimum to maximum, like that. It is like that.
It just keeps going.
Oh, that's stupid. Why is there not even like an indicator? Oh.
No, but this thing's pretty bitchin'. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds.
No, I think it's really good. If you stop trying to eat it, it'd be great. Idiot. Jeez.
So this close isn't that good?
Oh my god! I just added a marker where to start because you stopped eating the mic. Now I gotta add another one.
How bad does it sound like?
Well, now you're further away. What do you keep doing to me? Yes,
sit up back here.
Yeah, right there. No, where you were.
Back here?
Yeah, right there. Right there.
What do you think the grain effect does?
Does it say grain? It should say gain.
Grain.
GRAIN.
You're right. I'm thinking of food. So what is gain?
Gain has to do with the decibels. So it has to do with the decibel rating. Like basically, if there's a higher decibel rating, there's less limitation on what the input is. If it's a lower decibel rating, it's basically condensing like the amount of sound that's being let in. And people think it's like a volume thing. Most like lower quality mics name it volume, but it's not volume because you can have it really low, like the decibel rating really low or the gain really low, but still have it be loud. It just has to do with like how much interference or how much noise is coming in. And voices actually have the most timbre and the most noise. So you need it as like middle as possible or like middle to low. And then you just adjust your volume or like your seat position or like where you are to the mic accordingly. So like for mine, like I always have it at about 50% or lower because I'm going to be about here. Because I'm going to be about here to the mic. Or if it's here, I'm going to higher the decibel quality a little bit more. So the further away it is, I higher the decibel quality so it can identify the different elements of my voice.
So if I'm right here, does it sound too far away?
No, that sounds perfectly fine. Like it's reading your voice. Yeah, just keep that same volume like in your voice and it'll read it fine.
If I'm right here,
it sounds a lot lower. It's not barely hear you. It just sounds a little bit lower. And if you do get that, like let's say you get further away, then just turn your gain like ever so slightly up. Like if you do feel like you're gonna lean back, just turn your gain ever so slightly up. So because you don't want to. Right? It just sounds worse because it's not, like I said, it's not about volume. It's about the elements of your voice. Yeah. So when you're that far away, it's not get that you're that you. It's not that you sound lower in volume. It's that I could hear less tones of your voice. So it's like if I did this, like I talk like this, and then the gain would make it sound like I talk like this instead. And now not all the elements of my voice are coming out, the low, the middle, and the high. Now you're just kind of getting the high instead because that's the most audible.
So right here, so this sounds audible then.
Yeah, that sounds
Or do I have
perfectly
to
fine.
adjust it?
No. You're like I've told you multiple times to like be there, and then for some reason we keep coming back to this conversation where you keep
So you want me to
moving.
go back here?
Yeah, no, that 100%. I want you to keep doing this because for 45 minutes, I want you to give me a stroke. That's what I want.
Nice. It's probably the closest thing you'll have as a stroke.
You're like Anthony. You're like Anthony when I tell him to go right, and he's just like, "Oh, you never told me to go right." And then we come into the next
never
direction,
told
and
me.
I'm just like, "Yeah, you never
I never
told
told
me."
you it was my kitchen
Yeah.
lights.
Does this sound good? Yeah, it does. 5 minutes later, oh, so this one sounds good. Yeah, it does.
So
Oh,
what's dope? What's dope about these headset? This headset is like a gaming slash
Mhm.
podcasting streaming headset. So like the mic is already like inserted, and then I could just always plug it back out, which is pretty
yeah.
dope. But
That's how
I
this
got
one.
the
That's
Yeti
how this
instead.
one is. That's how this one is. But this mic actually came out really nice. Like I liked it when I reviewed it. This
Mhm.
audio came out really good, so I didn't mind it. I have a mic here instead in case, but to see like which one sounds better. But for so far, it's like it's fine the way it is.
Yeah, this one's a Steel Series. So it was either this one or like it was a different brand. I forgot what the other brand was called. Um,
Steel
but
Series is good. I like Steel Series.
yeah, this one was it was a little pricier than my regular
Mhm.
gaming headset, but I was using it for gaming earlier, and it was the way the Yeti was grabbing my voice really well, and the audio clear as day.
Who's grabbing your boys? I'm confused.
What do you mean?
You said that it was grabbing your boys.
It was grabbing my voice.
It was grabbing your boys.
Your recording it says recording continues smoothly. Live video will return when their internet improves. So it looks like you don't have enough internet.
I don't have
Or
enough
you don't
internet. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
running
you don't
low
have
on internet.
internet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm running out of internet. I better go to the store and buy some more internet.
Yeah. Or like one of my cousin told his homies to download more RAM because his computer was going slow.
Did you smoke like a bunch of meth in Reno? Because I feel like you're dumber from the last time I talked to you.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew
Is that
it.
snow,
Yeah.
bro?
The last
That
time was it
snow.
snowing in Reno? It was snowing.
Yeah, it was snow.
Oh,
And
that's sick.
after they during the event, it was snowing.
Man, nothing better than some freshly packed snow on a transvestite's back. That's my favorite.
It was the booger snow.
Oh, gross. So the yellow snow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really
No,
nice.
no.
Really good.
The yellow snow is to
And,
eat. The
don't
booger
eat.
snow
Yeah,
is just
yeah. Don't eat the black snow. That's the bad one. Did you drive yourself? Did you drove yourself to Reno, huh?
no. My car drove me, but I drove the car, and then I drove
Oh, you're really smart.
with
You're
me in
really
the
smart.
car.
Why don't you go buy some more internet at the farmer's
Yeah,
market? How about that?
yeah. I
How'd you
drove. They gave me the opportunity to fly or drive, and I was like, oh no, they just told me to book a flight. I was like, I'd rather drive, and they're like, that's fine.
Mhm.
And then me, a bunch of other coworkers drove there. Um,
Separately in
and
different
then
cars, or all in
yeah,
one car?
no, it was separate. And
Oh, okay.
then we left Friday. I came back Friday. It took 6.5 hours to get back. It took me 3.5 hours to get there.
Jeez. Wait,
But
what?
because
How does that math? That math ain't
because
mathing.
be,
Huh?
because I go through Lake Tahoe. So Lake Tahoe, it was snowing, and so it was snowed. It had just had snow day, and it was a snowstorm all week.
Oh,
So
it
the
just
time
had
that
snow day. I'm familiar
yeah,
with
and
just had snow day. Winter is coming, 100%.
well, the whole week it wasn't snowing until the last couple days, and that was the start of the snowstorm, I guess. And
Yeah,
then it lasted till yesterday, today, and then I think
and
it's the
forever.
next couple days too.
Mhm.
So, and the only way to get through to because I had to go through from Lake Tahoe to go to Sacramento and then come down further south. That was the
Mhm.
only freeway to get to Sacramento. So,
Mhm.
and it was clogged up with traffic
Mhm.
because of thus the roads were almost iced. So that was sketchy. That was
Yeah.
sketchy.
Were you driving at night most of the way back after that, or you left pretty early?
No, I told my boss because we were supposed to leave um, earlier around like 8 a.m., but we ended up leaving at 12 because of some issues going on.
Hmm.
Um, so we left around 12 o'clock, and my
Oh,
boss
you
was like,
left
"Yeah,
at
you don't want to."
midnight?
No, at 12 o'clock at night and in the
Oh,
day. Sorry,
I thought you meant midnight. I'm just like, I just asked you if you were driving at night, and you said
no,
no. I'm like,
no, 8 a.m. I said 8 a.m. and
oh, you said
then
8 a.m.
yeah, and then we left at 12 a.m. because my boss is like, "You don't want to leave. You don't want to leave almost towards nighttime and get stuck in Lake Tahoe." I was like, "Hell no, I don't want to do that, especially if it was going to
No.
snow pretty soon."
Mhm.
So that would have been a nightmare. So we ended up leaving, and there was more traffic coming down. So that's why
Mhm.
it took me about 6.5 hours to get back.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, did you drive
That's
the
all.
same way up there through Sacramento? Through Sacramento? Oh, you drove the same way up
Yeah,
there.
same
Jeez, but
way,
everything
but
was getting snowed out. How cold was it that you were in Reno, or did the snow like you didn't really tell a difference? It was
it
that big of a
was.
deal for you.
It had got down to 14 degrees, 14 or 15
Mm.
degrees.
Oh, that's pretty
So
good.
it was nice.
Mm.
I like the weather. So and
So
then
you
it
were in your biker
snowed.
shorts.
Yeah, my crop top.
Yeah.
So it was nice weather. I like the weather.
Yeah.
Some of the guys didn't like that, but I was like, I'd rather have cold than hot. So
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
because you could dress warm, but you could only take off so much clothes for
yeah,
hot.
exactly. You can only take out so much clothes until you end up in the
Yeah,
back of a squad car.
yeah. Before Elon's like, "Hey, buddy, we have a dress code around here. You know,
But you're an
uh,
exception.
yeah, unless you want to go work for Twitter. Unless you want to
But
go,
let that sink in.
yeah. Let that. I was re-listening to the last one. I didn't realize how much we talked about male suicide, and it was my favorite. And then
I don't remember talking about it.
yeah, we talked about it a lot, unfortunately. Um,
So
that's almost primarily what we talked about. And then, but you know what? I don't remember what we talked about after that. Would like there was like a better podcast. I just know that it was better. Like what we weren't recording was way better than what we actually recorded. But I don't remember what it was. I couldn't tell you.
I don't
Also,
remember what we talked about.
why didn't we hit up? I should have. I didn't hit up Julio um, about this, like, and everything. Give me one
For
second. Let me see.
today?
Yeah, for today, I completely forgot. I completely forgot to hit up Julio. Let me see. Let me text him. Let me see if he's. Let
You
me see if he's at home.
Yeah, you do that. For some reason your like I said earlier, um the footage is not showing on your
My
end.
footage isn't showing. Oh well,
It
mine's showing up on my end. Is it showing up now?
No, it's not showing up for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Give me one second.
yeah. It says
Is
live
it?
video will return when their internet improves.
Oh yeah, it's just my internet. I don't know. I don't know how to improve it. Honestly, we have pretty slow
You need to go
internet.
buy more.
I need to go buy more internet. Yeah, I need to get some homegrown farm to table internet. That's what I need.
Dude, I'm getting salty that Discord. Oh, there you go, it works. Salty that Discord isn't working.
Yeah, I'm really
It was just working
pissed
earlier.
off. No, it's really pissing me off that it's not working. And now there it is. And then too, so like today, because my Mac runs really slow because it's like really old,
Mhm.
and um, I haven't like replaced the RAM or anything like that because that's expensive. And I tried a few different tricks right now before we got on to try to like reset the RAM and try to get it to run a little bit, start up a little bit better. It works slower now, so that's really good. I'm glad all those tips and tricks
Those
made it worse.
helped you
Yeah,
out.
yeah, they helped me out, and it's probably the reason why I'm running out of internet. I'm down to my last $5 of internet right now. Oh,
Have you tried uninstalling?
I think I know what it is. Hold on.
Yeah, you like completely vanished now.
Can you hear me?
If you're talking, I won't be able
Yeah,
to. Oh, there
yeah.
you
Sorry,
go.
we cut out there because I switched because what my computer does sometimes is it switches to the 5G network that we don't have
Mhm.
because we don't have a 5G router. But for some reason it tries to connect to the 5G network that we don't have, and we don't have a 5G
Mhm.
tower here. So I don't know why it's doing that. So I went ahead and disconnected that and to put it to the regular one. So that's why it wasn't working. But yeah, it's
Give
pretty
me
good.
1 second.
Okay,
I'm gonna grab a
go
drink
ahead.
real quick.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Wow,
Yeah,
you couldn't do that
while you
beforehand?
text Julio.
This is my favorite. Oh, I already did
I
text
had a
Julio.
drink. Yeah, I already had a drink and everything like that. So I'm just like,
Oh, you had a little Michi, little Michadello.
no, I made hot chocolate
Oh, hot
with all those.
chocolate.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
forgot
how
the milk.
queer. Does it have little tiny marshmallows in it?
No, I had bought some marshmallows to add on top
Oh,
of
did you make the hot chocolate in the air fryer because you couldn't figure out how to make it over the stove or what?
it. Put the powder in there with the water and use the air fryer.
You're like, I'm not
Okay,
gonna add
hold
water because the air fryer is gonna air it.
hold up.
This stupid idiot. He's gonna try to use a frappuccino machine to make a hot chocolate. Watch. Don't salt the rim of your hot chocolate. That's gay. It's not a martini glass. I like how he waited until we started recording to go get something to drink. He's like, I made hot chocolate, but he waits until we're 20 minutes into the podcast to be like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Go grab a drink.
What's up?
It's like a professional athlete saying, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait till kickoff to go take a dump. Oh my god, are you
I think
kidding me?
a
You
kickoff
couldn't
is a lot
even
worse.
you couldn't even crack the can open in the kitchen.
You would
This
still get it
guy
anyways. Doesn't really
is
matter.
unbelievable. He cracked it like right in front of the microphone. Oh my god.
Is she standing there? Is she standing right there? Or
It's like everyone I know just like 5% retarded. Like, am I a part of the problem? Is it me? Am I the drama?
yeah, I think you're
Is it
I think
me?
you're giving out the retard.
Yeah.
Like the
I'm
Wi-Fi
just like,
signals.
are my vibes like, like super mental disabled vibes?
Is Melissa right there or what?
Yeah, Melissa's over there just being nosy. She wanted to see what we were going to talk about.
Shouldn't she be watching the baby, not you?
Yeah, she should be watching the baby, but I don't know, moms, right?
She's like, wait, where's the baby?
Yeah, she's like, wait, the elevator. What was the guy's name? The guy who killed all those moms. What was that guy's name? All the old ladies. That guy who ran them over with his Jeep Wrangler.
The hash slinging slasher.
Oh yeah, Daryl Brooks. Yeah, Daryl Brooks or whatever. Daryl Brooks or Daryl Woods. Daryl Woodbrooks. I guess killed a bunch of old ladies and like some little boys and stuff like that when he took his Jeep Grand Cherokee through like a public parade. Right? It was a parade.
Oh, was that the one out in the East Coast, right? In like Illinois,
Wisconsin
or something? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you said Wisconsin. Yeah. So yeah,
Was
Wisconsin.
That was for
Like
one of the
cheese
Christmas
parade or
parades
something.
last year, right?
Yeah, Christmas parade. Yeah, last year Christmas
Yeah.
parade. And I'm just like, they're just barely sentencing this guy. Like, it's crazy to me. I'm just like, it doesn't matter who you kill. Like, they're still just gonna take their sweet old time. Like, if there's COVID going around, huh? Did I look it up? No. Did he just get sentenced, or he didn't get sentenced, or he got sentenced a long time ago?
He's gonna
How did it take him a whole year to sentence? Yeah, he just got a slap on the wrist. He got $1,000 in $1,000 years in federal prison. Over 1,000 years in federal prison. That guy's not going to live to see 86, let alone 1,000 years. Like, that's a mercy. Like, why would you give somebody all these consecutive life sentences? Just end his life. Like, how is that hard to figure out? Like,
some states don't. Some states don't have it legalized in the death penalty. I think it's only like a very small amount of states that do.
We need a new legalize it campaign. We don't need the weed legalize it. We need legalize it. The electric chair, legalize it. Pushing them off the Brooklyn Bridge. If they survive,
cool. Not the electric chair, not the shot, the firing squad.
The firing squad. I think another. Yeah. Well, does a state still do that? There's no way. There's no way somebody still does that.
Nah, and it was one state that were the last state to like
do the
get
firing
rid
squad
of the whole firing squad. Yeah, he was like somewhere in the Midwest. It was a while back.
I think you should just take like a bunch of mental patients and give them sharp objects and just leave them alone in a room with somebody who does that. Because at some point he's going to provoke them and they're just going to find new inventive and creative ways on the spectrum on how to torture him until he's like, begs for death. Like, that's what I think.
It's like the Insane Asylum Hunger Games.
Yeah. Or like give a bunch of those kids, that, well, they're not kids. They're like 40 years old, but they need like a like a hall monitor to walk them around town. You see them at the mall; they all got their blue vests on. It's like, okay, kids, today we're going to the state penitentiary to beat up a guy who murdered 6 people in cold blood with his SUV. Like,
With his SUV.
that's what I think it is. I think it's really just the fact that we haven't found a humane or a Gen Z way of committing corporal what is it called? It's like there's a word for it. Not
Death
assisted
penalty.
homicide or yeah, death penalty, but there's another word for it. I forget. But yes, I feel like we need to come with a new death penalty. We need to call it something different. We need to call it like transitioning to, I don't know, the other side or something, because everybody wants a transition right now. Dudes want to transition to women, women want to transition to men. You know what I mean? Like Kanye wants to transition to no longer being allowed in any public place. So I think that the best thing we could do is come up with new and creative ways to administer the death penalty, so that everybody can get on board. The Democrats, the Republicans, Jimmy Kimmel, all those people. The
You
just
know,
like what are some creative
Jimmy
ways? What are
Kimmel.
some creative ways? What are some creative ways that we can figure out how Darrell Brooks could bite a bullet? You know what I mean? Instead of giving him 1,000 consecutive years of free rent, free warmth, free showers, free food, free toilet, like at least make him crap in a hole. Like they give him full toilets. Like at least just put like a hole in the ground and say you gotta aim. Like you gotta aim backwards in reverse into that thing. So many amenities for prisoners.
When you say a hole where they could just shit in instead of having a toilet, it was like a, I
Mhm.
don't know if this is true or not, but there was a picture. It kept going around like all the social medias, and it was like basically a castle, like the castle tower, and then there was a
Mhm.
hole. It was like extended outward, and that
Oh, and it
hole
dropped all
under
the
it,
way
it just
down.
dropped after all. That's where the business was done.
For real. But see, like, what I don't get is like, what's so like, okay, this guy has a
Dangerous.
thousand years in the prison or whatever, right? Like,
Mhm.
why isn't he charged with wrangling up all the homeless people in LA County and kidding them off to Kansas, like in the middle of nowhere or something? Like, why don't we
Mhm.
put these people to work? Like, let's Suicide Squad these people who have 400 consecutive licenses, instead of having them suckle on the tit of the U.S. government. Let's have them do something. Because what are they going to do? Like if this guy kills a couple of homeless veterans, like what are they going to do? Send him back to jail? He's already there for 1,000 years. Who's going to blame him? Like
There was
that's
it's not as bad as what Chicago is doing beginning of next year.
what's
Basically like
Chicago?
Chi and then
What's
Chicago.
what's Chicago? Spell it for me.
So in Chicago they're basically doing like a they're calling like
Chicago.
the beginning. Yes.
I'm gonna hang up.
I don't know like where you're trying to get with this.
It's
So
it's not.
it's what? Tell me. What is wrong?
Just continue.
No, go ahead. What were
Just
you gonna say? No, what were
no.
you gonna
I'm
say?
just I'm just wondering. Like, am I the problem? Like, is it really Chicago?
Am I mispronouncing it, or
I mean,
or
you
are you
couldn't
making fun of
even
me?
pronounce the word mispronounce, so you tell me.
Mispronounce is how am I mispronouncing mispronounce? And then is it Chicago or Chicago? How do you pronounce it?
Well, the first one was probably right because it's not a great town, so it's Chicago. Like, might as well put a T in there.
I don't think it
No,
really
anyway, so what's
matters.
what's
Is
what's
it data or is it data?
what's Chicago doing? What's Chicago doing?
So basically, Illinois' non-detainable offenses begin in January of next year, the first day. So basically, police officers, law enforcement can't arrest anybody for aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing, arson, burglary, drug included homicide, intimidation, kidnapping, robbery, second degree murder, and threatening a public official. So all this is non-offenses, so they can't get detained for this. So basically, it's a free for all in
Wait,
in
so it's the
Illinois.
purge.
That's what they call it. They call it the purge.
It's no. Are you being serious right now? I need to look
Yeah,
this
it's
up.
being. Yeah, let me actually show you right now. Let me like while I look through the footage.
Chicago. Yeah, send me a link in the
Oh wait, no,
Discord.
it's a YouTube. It's a YouTube video.
Uh, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, just send me the YouTube video on Discord because I'm not gonna be able to see your grainy Obama phone over an already grainy webcam footage.
You're the one that had to download more RAM, and then now all of a sudden it's slower.
That's
So I wouldn't be
dumb.
talking over here on the
Hey, look,
laptop.
at least I had downloaded my RAM off of LimeWire. Like
Your car was from what was it? What was it?
my
What's that?
nigga, you sent
What's that thing where you donate your car to like the less
cash for
fortunate?
clunkers. Cash for
No.
clunkers.
That's a when
Oh,
Obama was in presidency.
wait, you donate your car to the less fortunate?
You basically like you ever see those like Bobcats, those like U-Haul trucks or whatever that have a sign that says donate your car to charity or donate your car to like for like the
Yeah,
less fortunate.
I thought that was cash for clunkers. Am I mistaken? Is that not the
Cash for
same?
clunkers is basically they'll give you like $3,000 or something for your piece of shit like car,
To
and then
like
you can
come and
use
tow
that
it away
towards
or
like a brand new
something?
car, and you
Uh-huh.
can use that towards a newer car. So that was a program that was like when Obama was first like in presidency to when he was elected as a president. So to get rid of like all the hunk of shit cars that were causing so much
Mhm.
carbon monoxide, so
Mhm.
it was polluting the earth. So they were getting rid of these cars. So they were paying more than what they were usually worth, even if they were worth like $500 on Kelly Blue Book. That was cash
Mhm.
for clunkers. I had coworkers tell me stories when they worked at dealerships during that time, and they said it was fun times. They were just they were doing bumper cars with those cars because they were just gonna put things in the engine or the gas tank, whatever, to blow the motor, so they're non-usable. So they're just gonna crush them.
Oh, okay.
If look at
I
330.
read another article. So this article debunks that law and talks about the articles that are actually being put into place. So what it is, it's a defund bail law, is what it is. So it's basically so that you know how like when you watch like Law and Order, right? Like they go in front of the judge and the judge is like, how do you plead? Oh, I plead, T Rizzy, like you know what I mean, like gangs for life, all
T,
that
did you
good
say
stuff,
T
right?
Grizzly?
Yeah, T Grizz. I'm not guilty, of only stunting. That's what I'm guilty of. And then the judge is like, that's legit, bloods for life. And they're just like, we'll hear you next week or next month, and the bail set at $1.8 million, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. So that's what they do, right? So what they're saying is there's no longer going to be a cash bail. What they're going to do is they're going to hearing, and they're going to send them out, like okay, you're released until your court date, or they're going to detain you because you're a flight risk or an aggravated criminal. So all those things that you named, attempted homicide, assault, aggravating a police officer, maybe resisting arrest. It's like, if that's like your first offense, obviously you're probably not going to be a flight risk, and they're probably not going to have a problem like not detaining you. So you're just going to be released to
Oh,
the
okay, I
public.
see what you mean.
Yeah. So that's
Okay,
what they're saying. So
I see
there's not
right
a
under.
detain law. Yeah. So you could be arrested. You're still going to be arrested. It's not like police officers are going to see you trying to kill somebody and they're just like, oh no, I'm just not going to arrest you. Or if you're aggravating a police officer, we're just like, no, we'll just leave you alone. You seem fine. You seem like a good guy. Um, they're still going to take care of that. The
That's
difference
stupid.
is they want to eliminate cash for bail, because it's like when you do cash for bail, it's basically a loan that like most of these people never have to pay back, because it's like they will still skip town. So they probably have for a long time have had problems with cash for bails being either like fronts for laundering money, or maybe even themselves are corrupt. So they just get the people out of prison or people out of detainment, and then they just go off to commit more crimes or whatever. So I think they're just trying to eliminate that difference of allowing more criminals to be able to pay to go out and be criminals more. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Mhm.
like, that would be absolutely insane if they were saying we will not arrest. So because detaining and arresting are two different scenarios. When you're arrested, you go to jail. You go over, whatever. And then once you at your hearing, you get set your bail or whatever, or you become or you're detained. So
Yeah,
so that's
that was my
yeah, yeah.
bad. Yeah, I see that on the. It's like a
No, it's
fine
not your
print.
fault. No. It's not your fault. It's just people like like with everything. You know what I mean? Like when the first COVID protocols came out, people thought it meant that you had to lock your door and burn all your clothes or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just misinterpreting information. But I don't think we're above that. I don't think we're above going just one step away from the purge just being the thing to do, especially in Chicago or people or places that are just like impoverished by crime. So, Chelsea, can you do me a favor? Can you just move that
Can you watch the
off of
baby?
off of there to right there to where your feet are, just right there. Yeah, just move that. Just have it the same angle pointed towards me. But huh? What'd you say? You're eating your donut? Yeah. How many donuts? Didn't you eat Jessica's cinnamon bun?
How dare you?
Look at this
She's
skinny
very
queen
upset
over here.
about that.
Yeah, look at
Remember,
this skinny queen.
it doesn't affect the mother. It only affects the
Yeah,
father.
no. Yeah, no, only the father, yeah. Yeah, the mother could just do
It's
whatever
like
she wants. It's the
it's like
dad
a
who's got to, change and do the right
took
thing.
a big toll for you.
Look, all I say is that I don't condone spousal abuse, but I understand.
Remember, happy wife,
Because
happy
she
life.
just dropped granulated sugar. Can you go over there, please? Because you just dropped glaze on me after my mom keeps talking about like don't leave any food out or anything, and you're gonna leave sugar over here. Take this. Go eat that over there. You don't even have a napkin. Go over there. What are we? Are we a cabin in the woods? Go over there.
Hey, are you gonna leave
Oh.
her? Are you gonna leave her at home when you come by
Yes,
at
I
the
am.
end of the year?
Oh, I thought you were just. Are you going to leave her? Full stop. Yes. No. Say nothing else. Don't even finish your sentence. No. Um, Jesus, yeah, no,
Oh man,
that's you scared me there for a second. I thought legit like, did I really miss when the rules all changed like in America? I mean, obviously I did because things are insane right now. I don't understand what's going on. But then again, we
I
say that
don't.
about like every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Every 5 minutes, there's something crazy going on.
Hey, but
You know, first,
we could be like some other country where we have no power at all and no gas, no nothing, and we could be literally caveman status.
yeah. Welcome to the neighborhood. That's what all I gotta say. Welcome to we could be like Qatar at the World Cup where they said they were going to serve alcohol, and then last minute they're just, what we're not going to do? Serve alcohol. They're like, boom, get over it.
And, and oh, the you said was that recently, right?
That's going on right now because
Yeah,
Qatar had certain like things that they made deals that they made with brands and with like dispensers of refreshments and different things like that and different vendors, and they pulled off of their vendors like last minute for a lot of different alcohol providers and different people because they said they're like, hey, like people want to be able to drink alcohol, consume alcohol during the World Cup, and Qatar basically said, well, that's not our values, so we're just gonna
yeah. It's
say
because
that
they're
we're
like
not
their
gonna do
religion
that.
or something, right?
Well, because of like the precepts of Islam, and it's like,
Yeah,
hey, like I get that. It's like, well, why didn't you guys say that before? Because they said that they would. They said that they would allow. They said we'll allow for controlled areas, certain areas where it's like if you want to go and drink, you just have to drink there. Like it's like when you're at a bar, like you don't take your drink out at the street, you drink at the bar. You finish your drink at the bar, you go about your business. So they had agreed to that, but I guess even that they were like, okay, we're going to restrict that even more, which I could really care less, but it was like a big deal that people were up in arms about. But my thing is that like, look, like because you made a good point. It's like we have a lot of very specific freedoms in this country, and what we keep thinking is that it applies to everybody else. It doesn't. You know what I mean? When people like look at somebody like Andrew Tate or whatever, or other people like him, they're just like, how could you live that life? And you say these things about masculinity and about women and stuff like that. And it's like you have to remember is that almost every other country outside of America, maybe Britain, maybe Australia, and some other select few like first world countries that are trying to be ahead of the cultural curve. Everyone else is like, yeah, we have all latest technology, all the latest access to culture, but we're not going to sacrifice our values for that. We're not going to sacrifice our values of family. We're not going to sacrifice our values of marriage. We're not going to sacrifice our values of what masculinity and femininity mean. You know what I mean? And that's their right. Like, but the Americans go across to places like Qatar or to places like, what is it, like where, like other European countries and stuff like that, like Eastern European countries, and like Hungary and Bangladesh and all these different places. And they're just like, oh, well, you guys need to be like us. And it's like, nobody said that. Like, Americans are a whole different breed, as well as like other different countries who think like we do. It's like we have the freedom to think that way, but that's not the norm across the globe, and especially like with like how women, with their like certain women's rights or, LGBTQ rights and stuff like that. You don't have those rights in a lot of countries around the world. Not that it's a problem or not that like, oh, well, we're discriminated against there. It's like, no, but different countries have different value systems. And it's like, you can't just tell somebody else that like, well, we should be able to drink, recklessly. It's like, what if a country just decides that they don't want you to drink recklessly? Like, what if they just agree that that's just a drug and it alters your state of being, and we don't want to allow that? You know what I mean? It's like, for the same thing in America, we used to be against cigarettes, but now we let people smoke the most addicting thing, like the most addicting, cheapest available drug on the face of the planet, and we let everyone smoke it as early as 18, no matter how much they want. And they expect every other country to follow suit. How does that make sense? I guess Julio just responded to me, so I'm gonna ask him what's his Discord, see if he could just hop in the Discord chat. Maybe he might send us some good stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is with Discord, I don't know how it's gonna work right now. I don't know if it's
Well,
working for
the
you.
chat still works. Here, let me text you in the chat.
The chat, yeah, the
Text
chat
you
works,
in
but
the chat. Well,
the
that's all.
video
That's
call
all we
doesn't
need for
work.
right now. We don't need him. We don't need him on video call. We just need him on the chat. He'll probably just
Oh, okay,
send us stuff on TikTok. Yeah, because if
Oh, okay,
anything,
I
I
see
could
what you
just
mean.
add him to the voice, and he could just hear what we're saying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah, I see.
So I'll use this. Hold on. I hate that like you have to go through all these freaking parameters and crap just to send something to people. Okay, I'm gonna send him. Okay, I'm gonna send him the invite to the Discord chat, and then we'll see when he hops in there. What was I gonna say? Dude, I'm not getting my background check done until the 17th. I'm still on hold to start. Did
It's
I
a
tell
long
you?
time. It's a
It's a long time,
time.
dude.
Yeah.
It's a long time because by the 17th, I would have been a month and a week out of work.
Well, you decided to quit,
Yeah, I shouldn't have had faith in Big Daddy Elon. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, he's not the one that hires you.
It's all because of my criminal background. If I wasn't just such a rapscallion and
Because you're aggravated assault.
Yeah, my aggravated assault. You know what I mean? It's all the women that I've told. To Julio's there.
This one does have. He does have it, huh?
Yeah. Did he tell you he did it?
So yeah. Oh, he just made one, or
I don't know, but he's on it. Julio.
Yeah, I see that.
Julio.
Oh no, he joined last year.
What a cunt.
Send him a friend request. Send us cute stuff.
Do you know who the Liver King is?
Yes, he just got exposed. I saw your
Yeah,
that you made a video about it.
Yeah, dude. Hey, look, all I say is that we're running out of heroes. They're killing themselves left and right. Chester Bennington, freaking David Frank Henry, or Henry.
That's a different
David
type of
Frank,
killing.
or Frank David Henry. That's a different killing.
That's a different killing.
Yeah, that's what we call a personal attack.
Chester Bennington went by suicide. Oh, that's what we did talk about last time.
Yeah, we talked a lot about suicide. See, and I don't like that either. They're just like, oh, they were a victim of suicide. It's like they weren't a victim of anything. They did it to themselves. That's like if I said, oh, I'm a victim of obesity. I'm not a victim of obesity. I did it to me. A victim implies that somebody else is at fault. I did it. How am I a victim of suicide? That doesn't make any sense. They make it sound like somebody did it to me. Like, oh, they were a homicide victim. Yeah, because somebody killed them. I killed me. I did it. That's like, oh, I'm a victim of employment. That's like saying I'm a victim of employment because I went and had an interview and got hired somewhere. What are you talking about right now?
You're
I told him
fat
to send us.
shaming.
Yeah, I told him to send us cute stuff. Would you be down to do steroids with me?
What are we, Liver King?
PEDs?
I was
Yeah,
just
bro.
I was just talking I was
To
just
get
talking
jacked.
to I was talking to a coworker about that. I'm like, dude, no one could be that jacked, that massive, using all natural ingredients
Or
and be that
testicles.
swole. Be that swole. If you're even if you're using like natural ingredients, you cannot be that swole.
Yeah, you can't supplement, you
That's
can't
it's almost
creatine,
impossible.
you can't creatine your way to looking like that. So even when that dude's sitting down, it looks like there's just like a wood fortress ingrained into his abdomen. Like it literally looks
He's
like
not
a
natty.
like if you've ever seen like a marble chopping board, that's what it looks like. And that's when he's sitting down. When I sit down, it looks like a bloated beach whale just washed ashore on my stomach. Like, it's yeah,
People are
no,
trying to
but it's
put
like
you off.
if people expected when I first saw him on TikTok, the first time I saw him on TikTok, he was chewing on like a fresh beef liver and just gnawing at it. I don't even think he got the piece off that he was trying to bite, but he just gnawed at it for like 3 seconds, tossed it on the table, and he's like, Liver King, hooah, or whatever he says. And I'm just like, that dude is juiced. That guy, I'm like, that guy's
Has to
on
be.
that nos. Like he has released the valve. He has freaking Dom Toretto'd it, too early. Buster is what he did, and he's juicing like. And the fact that he apologized. Did you see his apology video?
No, I haven't seen it.
His apology video is comical. I think it's ridiculous that he even apologized. I just would have I would have played into it. I would have just been like, yeah, guys, what do you think I was
I'm on
doing?
roids.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
on
like,
the juice.
he's like, I'm just explaining to you guys what I've been telling you the whole time because his whole message is like, live by my precepts and you'll live a better life. He didn't say live by my principles and you'll look like Hulk Hogan if he was drawn in a comic book. Like, you know what I mean? Like he never said that. Like that was never his message. And the fact that he apologized for it just means that he doubled back and he's on his heels. Like, I don't think he should have done that. I would have just been like, yeah, of course, look at me. Look at my biceps. I do a cold plunge every single day. You think any sane person without taking just a mountain of meds and testosterone replacement would be able to cold plunge on a daily basis and just not shower? Of course not. This dude literally sprinkles balls on his breakfast like it's sea salt. Like, and you think this guy's not roided out? There's because there's a mental disconnect due to all the PEDs he has juice through his veins. His When you look at his forearm, his vein is the size of a boba straw. You could you
That's
could drink
thick.
you could drink clam chowder with his veins. Like that's how thick those bad boys are. You could drink an In-N-Out shake with his veins
Hey,
with ease.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Clam chowder. I had clam chowder I think 2 weeks ago when Jessica
Mm.
came by. I'm like whatever about it.
Who's Jessica?
It's like a bread bowl.
Oh,
What's that bread bowl, Jessica? When we went to San Fran
yo,
and
least romantic food to eat off your partner: clam chowder.
clam
Just
chowder.
dump the bread bowl on her back.
No,
And
just
say,
put the
"Oh, just
bread. Just put the bread on her. That's clam chowder.
you just shove a piece in her lip. And go, wet it with your mouth.
I wasn't that impressed with clam chowder, to be honest. I like food, but damn, that was not like what I
Yeah,
expected.
yeah.
It wasn't the
Clam
best.
chowder off. Yeah, clam chowder out of a female's belly button, not the greatest thing. You know what I mean? Not the body shot you want. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
called belly shot. Yeah, body shot.
Yeah. You call it
Damn, these things are dangerous.
you know what they call clam chowder out of a woman's belly button? The catch of
Chowder,
the day. Oh,
just chowder.
chowder. What were you drinking?
The what? You said the what of the day?
The catch of the day.
Oh, catch of the day. I don't know where you heard that from.
Dude, you know that reminded me of? It reminded me of the show World's Deadliest Catch.
Mm-hmm.
How many mistakes do you have to make in your life to say, you know what I'm going to go do? Work on a crab boat where 30% of the crew dies year over year.
Wait, dies from like That's from what exactly?
Oh, like they die from going overboard, they drown, they like a crab pinches somebody's nutsack off, you know what I mean? All the good stuff.
Damn, you die from a crab pinching your nutsack.
I'm gonna look up how many people have died. How many people have died on the deadliest catch? Dang, that's a throwback, dude. If you like people, I used to live off of the deadliest catch because it just made no sense why anyone would voluntarily go out there and subject themselves to that. Because it's like when I see stuff like that, I'm just like,
Don't they get
how
paid good money
much
for that?
they get paid decent money, like not great money, but decent money. Okay, so um, the source we got this covered says there's cast deaths and how they died.
Because
I
it's
want to
like
know how
they're
many.
fetching for like crabs, right?
Yeah, they're putting big old cages in the ocean, and then they're just dropping them, I think, to the sea floor and
Hmm.
scraping up all the little sea spiders that are in there and
Yeah,
grabbing them.
so crab fishermen make the most in San Francisco at $88,000. Averaging total compensation 48% greater than the U.S. average.
But think about it this way: if they just went to like a registered nurse college for 13 months, they would start off making $90,000 a year and would never have to set
They,
foot on the murky depths of the ocean and get
yeah, but at the
lost
same
at
time,
sea
if it
while their
wasn't for
wife is
them,
wondering what happened.
they're dead.
Hmm.
So,
So
however,
58 deaths a year.
however, crab fishers do not really get paid a salary. They get paid based on their catch. And since crab fishing is seasonal, 3 months is not the most steady money for crab season. Deckhands can typically make anywhere from 15,000 to 50,000 for a couple months of work. Kenny said, "Whoever the fuck Kenny is."
Oh no, Kenny sounds like he did not make enough money. Like Kenny sounds like a guy who has a YouTube channel. He's like, I used to be a crab fisherman on the world's deadliest catch, and it's all fake, and I
For some
never
reason,
got paid.
there's always this like these videos of like these people or like these YouTubers that go to like the most dangerous parts of like the world, and then they post going to the most deadliest dangerous world like country in the world, and it's like in some part of Haiti, and then they're
Hmm.
like in their thumbnails
And
like
I
them
played
being
soccer with a
shocked,
bunch of 5-year-olds.
and their thumbnails like they're shocked or something.
Oh yeah, what the heck? This dude, freaking Julio.
What do you say?
I guess it doesn't show him that we're responding to him in the chat. I guess. Let me see.
He has to go under text channels under general.
That's weird. Yeah, because he respond. Oh no, he didn't respond earlier.
He responded
No, he
just like,
just. No, it just said join chat. I don't know how to screenshot on here.
I don't either.
Okay, so just click on the TOH TOH server and go to text channel. You said right?
Yeah, text channel under general.
Okay, or maybe Discord's really just messing with us today. Like maybe it just really doesn't work. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That is really annoying. This is my favorite. Just like the Liver King. Just trying to do your best out here. But he's like 40 and I'm like at 40 if that's what I got to do to have like big old supple tits and just like, a really nice six pack that never goes away. I mean, hey, why not? I don't get why people would get six pack implants though. It just feels like
I didn't even know that was a thing.
yeah, it's a thing. There's this guy. If you look at look up the real life Ken doll, and that guy has a six pack, but it's not real. It's implants. Let me see if I can send you things. It's real life Ken doll guy. He's like the gayest looking Asian dude you've ever seen. Did you see it?
No, I'm just hearing what you said.
No.
Did you send it to me or what?
I'm about to right now. Like, dang, he even looks like
Did you just
super.
you just
plastic.
reacted to your own like?
Oh no,
gift?
because I'm in the. Yeah, I did because I'm looking at pictures of it. Copy link address. Here we go. Oh, okay. God, using the internet's hard. Julio's not even online. This freaking.
You know
guy.
what I should do? I should do an ASMR.
You should stop doing ASMR right now. That's what you should do.
Okay, let's see.
All the ASMR
The
you're
previous
doing,
page is sending you
stop.
to. If you don't want to redirect notice, does it want to send me? No, it doesn't even want to
take you
show up.
there. Oh
No.
my god! Hold on. Cheese and rice.
You know, I also thought about it too. If I was going to go through the mountains of Lake Tahoe, if I was still slammed, that would have been extra scary. What is this gay human Ken doll?
What is this, gay or what is this guy? Or both? Dang, this is giving me 2013 vibes right here.
You could tell like the jaws like implanted too, or if it was reconstructed. That is called not wanting to work hard for what you want.
No, not at all. Yeah, you don't want to work for anything. You're just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look like this. I'm gonna look like the scariest guy with the most chiseled jawline on the face of the planet. Like, a lot of people keep saying that scary movies are no longer really scary because of like CGI and all this different stuff, right? They just need to put this guy in a movie and just show you the dangers of cosmetic surgery and just have him come out of like your closet at night, because I would be scared if
then
he
blows
walked
up.
right out. Yeah, like he just walks out of the closet and then his implants start to like inflate from like elevation or something like that. I don't know. He's in like a mountain cabin.
Then he's like, "Hi, sisters."
Hey, sisters. I hate that guy. I hate James Charles so much. James Charles is the only guy that has had so many like grooming what is it called? Accusations against him, and has had nothing happen to him. It's so crazy. But yet, like Kanye just said, Jews are not, are in high places one time, and he's gone.
Yeah, then he's
he just said Hitler was cool one time. That's all he did. He just said Hitler was cool one time. What child hasn't said Hitler was cool? You know what I mean? What? I was telling Anthony yesterday. I was telling him like the thing that doesn't make sense to me is that like obviously it's dumb. Obviously it's dumb what he said, right? It's dumb that he said there's been a lot of great people in life and one of them was Hitler, or that everybody brings something to the table, including Hitler. Like it's dumb for you to say that, right? But I'm like, if only because I want to give Kanye so much credit. I'm trying my darndest to give him some credit. But you can't help somebody who, or you can't even be behind somebody who, the point that they were trying to make, you didn't need to say the thing that you said to make the point. Like, because if you watch the whole interview, with him and Alex Jones, if you take out the word Hitler, when he says the word, if you just remove that word from his entire interview, it doesn't change the message. The message, the point he tries to make, the gravity of the point, it doesn't change it at all. If anything, it would only help him make the message more apparent, because people would be so not distracted by him saying Hitler. It's like when I call Anthony a retard. I don't need to call him an effing retard to know that he's a retard. Like, you know what I mean? There's a time where people want to add other adjectives and things to statements, but if they don't help you convey the message to that person or thing, it's like then you don't need to add those little statements on top. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people are passive aggressive. It's like if you're gonna tell me, hey, it's like, hey, dude, you were late today. It's like, yeah, well, I'm not the only one who's late. Like, if I added that, does that take away from the fact that I was late to work? No. All it
No.
shows is my immaturity about being late for work. So if it doesn't help you make your point, doesn't make you look better, or doesn't even affect the gravitas of your statement, why do you need to include it? Why do you need to add that adjective? Why do you need that metaphor? Why do you need that proposition that you said? So that's the thing that irks me, because I'm just like, it's not like he gave us some profound statement that only could have been made if he compared it to somebody so horrendous and somebody so controversial. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't know. That's where I sit on far as like that was weird, because I just think there's a lot of different people he could have talked about. Like, he could have talked about Louis C.K. Do you know about like how, like, why or how Louis C.K. got canceled?
Who is Louis
Or did-
B.K.?
Louis C.K. is a comedian. He's like a comedian that's been around for as long as like Bill Burr has, David Chappelle, like pretty much all those guys. Like everybody who's like
Mhm.
Joe Rogan, like Tom Segura, like all those comedians have been around as long as Louis C.K. has. And Louis C.K. has done 1,000 different things in Hollywood. He's been in a bunch of different shows. He was on Parks and Recreation. He had his own sitcom on FX called Louis, which was like honestly the most depressing shit.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'd never been more depressed than when I watched Louis. Like I'm just like, is this what
And
it being an adult's
Louis,
like?
the dog one, right?
No, that's
Lu-
that's something else. I know which one you're talking about. Hold on, I know which one you're
Louis,
talking
yeah,
about.
Louis the
I
one
know
with
which
the
one you're talking
dog.
about. No, 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 no. It's an FX. Okay, an FX original series with a man and dog suit. I know who you're talking about, because it has a dude. It's called Wilfred. Wilfred.
Is that called Wilfred?
Yeah, I'll show you right now. I'll literally prove it to you. Hold on.
Oh, you're right,
So
Wilfred.
type in Wilfred on FX. Yeah,
Oh,
Wilfred.
you're
I know,
right.
dude. That's such a callback right there, dude. That's such a freaking callback. That's
It's literally a dude
crazy.
that's supposed to be a dog.
That's crazy. That's that's crazy.
That why did I
I,
think his name was Louis?
well, because they were out at the same time. So the same time Wilfred was out, Louis was out at the same exact time.
That's crazy. I thought it was Louis this whole
So
time.
I think that the problem with Julio was that his well, now he's offline. But the problem was before. Okay, is that the channel was private, so I think he wasn't popping up.
Mhm.
Try looking now. I made the chat public. Yeah, so Louis C.K. What happened is that now he's made these kinds of jokes all the time. Is that like, because he was divorced and he makes these jokes about the fact that, like, when he's alone in hotel rooms, all he does is masturbate. Like, he's like, when I'm alone in a hotel room, he's like, that's all I have to do all day before I go on to do stand up comedy. He's like, I just masturbate all day or whatever. Like, that's part of his jokes, but like, people didn't understand that that's what he really was. So I guess what happened was a woman was on the phone with him, and he had let the woman know. No, I'm sorry, not on the phone. In a hotel room, they were all in a hotel room, and a woman was there in the room, and he let her know. He said, "Hey, I'm going to do this. I am going to settle down, and I'm going to go and do my business." And she didn't leave. She just stayed in her and whoever else was in the room, and he relieved himself. Did his dirty business, and released onto his own stomach, like, just, and that was it. And she claimed that she was sexually assaulted because he did that in her presence, and that she said she felt she was intimidated, and that he was menacing, and and all these different like things to say that basically that she hurt him, or that he hurt her by that.
Mhm.
And when it's like, and Dave Chappelle made a joke about saying that there's nothing less threatening than a overweight white man who just unleashed his load into his belly button. And I'm just like,
Yeah, because it says right here, when Louis C.K. invited them to hang out in his hotel room for a nightcap after their late night show, they did not think twice. As soon as they sat down in his room,
Exactly.
still wrapped in their winter jackets and hats, Louis C.K. asked if he could take out his schlong. The woman
Mhm.
said they thought it was a joke and laughed it off. And then he proceeded to take off his clothes and get completely naked and started beating the Schmied. And then and then A.B.
Amy
Shackner, I'm
Schumer.
guessing.
Amy Schumer, you're talking about?
Schooner?
Amy
Nah,
Schumer.
Shackner.
How's it spelled? How's it spelled? S
S
S
S
S
C
C H U M E R. That's Schumer.
no SCHACHNER.
Oh,
Called
Schumacher or something like that.
Shockner called
Okay.
Louis C.K. to invite him to one of her shows, and during the phone conversation, she said she could hear him beating a Schmied as they spoke.
Oh my god. Yeah. So. Oh
And
yeah. So
then
that's what happened. Yeah. So that's what happened.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't think that's considered sexual
It's
assault or
it's
anything.
not a sexual assault. It's not sexual assault. Guess what? You were part of. You were complicit in all that. Like you were along for the ride, and at any point in time, you could have excused yourself. He didn't hold you hostage. He didn't make you stay there. You know, yeah, it's not great, but guess what? Every like man in his position does that. Like every lonely dude does that, and like that's how it is. Like that's just like what he does, and he made it apparent, and he let everybody know in the process. Like this is what I'm doing, and it's like when there is so much crazier stuff going on out there that needs to be like this guy getting 1,000 years for killing 6 people, and nobody's canceling that guy, nobody's canceling his description of life. They're just putting him away where he's going to get free everything for the rest of his life and probably be in the best shape of his life. He's probably going to be jacked. And like I guess this guy was like insulting the like this is what's crazy. Look, so this guy was rolling his eyes at like the tearful statement of like a son whose mother had passed away from his like rampage, and he rolled his eyes while he was like drawing on the table or something like that. And I'm just like, so Louis C.K., who is like a world renowned comedian, does what any other guy does in his hotel room, like on any given day, but Daryl Bookhurst or whatever his name is gets to live for free without anyone causing him any discomfort in life.
Hello, hello,
After he directly, yeah, can you hear me?
hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were
What
like
happened?
cutting out so much.
Oh,
Like you ran out of
it's
internet. Like
probably
you need to
my
go buy internet.
yeah. It's all my man. I'm running so low on internet. My goodness, it's like I got no internet.
Yeah, you're cutting out so
Running low
much.
on internet.
You can only hear like one word at a time at your sentence.
That's super weird. Hold on. I think I know what it might be. Give
And
me
the
1 second.
video is still offline.
How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you.
I hate that. I hate having that. That freaking sucks.
Was
Jesus
it because your
Christ.
headset was dying or?
No, my headset's not it's not Bluetooth. It's wired. So it can't be dying. So I think it's just it's just my internet. Like my internet super sucks for some reason.
Yeah, it just keeps saying like a live video will return when their internet approves.
And
This is
I'm
what
on the right
happens
internet.
when you do remote. Is that thing really loud? Sned. Yeah, we really have to go back on Discord so he could join.
I love my internet not working. That's my favorite.
Me too.
Oh, and it just restarted everything. Perfect.
Nice.
Nice.
I gotta use the restroom, so I'll be right
Okay,
back.
go right back. Yeah, go for it. I think I just lost that whole podcast because of the internet.
Okay. What do you guys think about? Let's see. Where's this GIF? Oh, they don't have it no more. Oh no, they do. Are you there? Well, looks like he's MIA in the meantime.
I don't know if it kept our previous recording because it restarted the recording. So I'm gonna go ahead.
What's going on?
Yeah. What does yours say? How many minutes?
An hour and 6 minutes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna cut it off there because we already did an hour, so we cut it off right there for now for today.
Oh yeah, because it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it is 11 o'clock. Yeah, so we'll so I'll let you go. I'm gonna continue trying to work on a better way for us to do this because this is ridiculous. Like my internet's super slow and low because it's a lot easier if I'm able to just like video call you like just by itself and not have this whole program have to like run at the same time. That'd be a lot easier. So and when Discord does work, it's crystal clear. The video is clear. So I'm just going to figure out a way for us to be able to record our individual Discord audio and video, and then just have you like send it to me or something. You know what I'm talking about? And then going forward, we'll change up like like I'll record with my camera and you'll record with a different camera, but we'll figure that out later because the webcams are fine for now. But let's figure out how to record a part first, and then we'll do everything else, and then we'll figure that out. So
yeah, I think we could try Discord again.
Yeah, we'll try Discord again. I'll see if there's like some kind of program we could both download that that'll help us both out. So we'll go from there. But yeah, dude, I'll let you go, and hopefully I'll hit up Julio when we start next time, not when we end. But let's see, what did he say over there? He's barely trying to send a photo. I'm gonna ask him, do you not have a laptop or computer
in your living room?
Or in your living room? Or at least a Chromebook? Like not even a Chromebook, my guy? He says, "What do you guys think about Kanye being Jewish?" I'm done.
Yeah,
all right,
I saw
dude.
that.
Leave it connected until it says
Oh, he said
100% though.